Good morning and welcome to the Love Dare Challenge Day 1. Now, it's a 40-day challenge, which at first may seem like a long time, but in reality, 40 days is nothing. On average, we spend 1,300 hours a year just on social media. You know, that equals to 54.6 days a year. So think about it. You're taking 40 days, one day at a time, to improve your marriage, your life, to improve the quality for you and your spouse. It's less time than you spend a year on social media. So let's dive right in. All right. So now I'm not going to lie to you and say that it's going to be easy, because honestly, it won't be. It's going to be hard. It's going to be challenging. But nothing in life that's worth doing is going to be easy. It's going to take work. Now, remember, just trust in the process. It will be challenging at times, but you owe it to yourself. You owe it to your relationship to give this a fighting chance. Just one last shot. Give it a shot. All right, so here we go. Now, if you haven't gotten the book already, no worries. There are a ton of free resources online, including they actually created a Love Dare app. It can be downloaded from the Google and Apple Play Store, and it will give you the daily devotional as well as the challenge or goal for that day. So bear with us. We're going to walk through this together, and hopefully I hear some success stories later on. All right, so let's dive in. Day 1, love is patient. Now, today's verse is Ephesians 4:2. Okay, chapter 4, verse 2. It says, this from the New International Version, the NIV, says, be completely humble and gentle. Be patient, bearing with one another in love. For those in the back of the room, let me say that again. All right, so be completely humble and gentle. Now, I know for me, I'm a big guy. I didn't grow up the best. So as far as being gentle, that's something that was taught to me later on in life. It wasn't really taught in the beginning stages of my life. So that one is still kind of hard to me too, as far as also being patient. You can ask my wife. I always say, if I was meant to have patience, I would have been a doctor. All right. Yeah, I know that's a bad dad joke, but then also bearing with one another in love. We all have troubles. We all have struggles that we go through just in our daily life. And remember, the person you married that person for a reason. You're with them for a reason. At some point, you chose them. And this whole thing is trying to remember why in the first place you chose them. And not just that, but you owe it to yourself to give it that shot. All right, so, for me, it's also telling me to not just to humble myself. I got to stop letting my pride control my relationship, because for a long time I did that. I was more afraid of just kind of, I can't be wrong type thing. I was hurt. That hurt deserves too. Well, guess what? The other person deserves the hurt as well. They have that hurt inside them. I need to give them that same grace that I expect in myself. So just take a moment, give that person grace. So let's go ahead and keep on going. So the dare for today. So the first part of this dare is fairly simple. Although love is communicated in a number of ways, our words often reflect the condition of our heart. For the next day, resolve to demonstrate patience. Let me say that a little bit louder for you. All right. Remember, patience. Demonstrate patience, and to say nothing negative to your spouse at all. And I know that can be hard, even the smallest little comment. And remember, it is going to be hard, especially if your marriage has been going through some difficulties. It's you and your spouse are both expecting that negative response. you're still, your spouse may still be sitting there expecting that, hey, well, something broke and now they're going to blow up at me. So they may be anticipating that. So when something happens and they're already anticipating your negative response because that's what they're conditioned to do, then it's going to cause more issues. They're going to immediately kind of react for that, even if you're not acting that way, and that may hurt you at first. It may at first be like, I'm trying, I really am trying, but no matter how hard I try, it doesn't seem like it's really getting there. It seems like, okay, I'm trying and then I get the negative response anyways. Well, guess what? That's because there's been a negative response for so long to that situation that it's going to continue to develop that. All right. So just trust the process. Trust this 40 days. You have to recondition, not just yourself, but your spouse as well. They have to get used to you doing things a different way. Remember, didn't get to this point in a day. It's going to take more than a day to get out of it. All right, and to actually build that relationship back that you deserve. Now, let's see. See, often, we let our own frustrations and anger be taken out on our spouse. I know I would do that. I'd come home from work. I used to work insane, crazy hours. I'm talking enough at one job to be worth 2 or 3 jobs, 80, 100 hours a week. So I come home, I'm just absolutely exhausted and something frustrated me a little bit. And it would be like the world ended. Well, guess what? It didn't. So it's hard sometimes to step back and be like, hold on. Let me take a second. Now I'm not, what happened, that situation did not warrant that type of response. What's really going on inside me right now? What am I really upset about? What am I really angry about? And it might not even be anything to do actually with your spouse or with that person at all. Instead, it may be, I'm fucking exhausted and I've had an extremely stressful day. So just remember that, not just of yourself, but also remember that of your spouse. All right. So, remember, even if your spouse lashes out at you, humble yourself. Give them the same grace that you would want if you were hurting or while you're hurting. So you may be hurting now. You're hurting now. Hey, you want some grace as well to kind of go through that process, to be able to process it. So that's about it for today. All right. Like I said, the Love Dare, they have books, they have hardcover, softcover. You can get on your Kindle. They do have a full book. I'm just going over the challenge. I do not have the book. I got the app. I like it. I like the app a lot. It has all 40 days written out there. It's real simple and easy. It's like I'll even pull it up real quick just so I can kind of show you guys briefly. So I don't know if you can even see that. Let me change my brightness a little bit. Let's see. So you see it has each day kind of spelled out for you. And let's go ahead right now. We're in day 1. So we're going to go to day 1. So you can see it has everything there. It has your devotional. It has what that day's challenge is. Here in the center, it had the little diary thing. That's like the questions I was asking. It's kind of a spot, and it's all password protected as well. They have a whole little thing here that's all for, it's all like anonymous, that you can do a little discussion board to kind of reach out for moral support there as well. Listen, just keep your head up. Take it one day at a time. You got this. Okay. I dare you for the next 40 days to take a chance on yourself and your marriage. All right. Love y'all. Stay safe.